Today we're talking about eating on the trail. To help me out, I invited a member of our local hiking community here in Nashville to join the conversation.
My name is Carlos. My trail name is Extra because I carry too damn much.
Hey Carlos, what's in your cook kit these days?
I have a lot of different types of cooking setups or cooking systems. Sometimes I want to test one out, sometimes I want to test another out. But I will tell you that I've recently started to get some of the bigger camp-friendly or backpacking-friendly things, so I can make more gourmet stuff on the trail, like lasagnas and cobblers, and not just cook it at home, but actually cook it out there and see what it's like to cook stuff on the trail. I brought one interesting piece today, and that is my new grill grate. You know, a lot of times you go out to backcountry campsites and they don't actually have grills or grill grates out there. So this thing basically is 2 tubes and a bunch of little grates in between, and I just throw that right over a fire, and I'm able to kind of control it a lot better, so stuff doesn't necessarily get scorched. But yeah, like my idea is I want to bring more gourmet type cooking on the trail. So one of the things that I have planned for, maybe not necessarily the next trip, but within a couple trips, is I'm going to be doing some either some veal or some lemon chicken scallopini on the trail. You know, just something sexy.
What's your favorite trail meal?
Well, that one has to come with a story. I was at Savage Golf, and I wanted to go ahead and marinate some chicken for some al carbon chicken Mexican style tacos. And so I actually got a cooler together and dragged a cooler 2 miles over rocks and big old branches, and it was terrible. I'm not gonna lie, but God, did the food come out good. It was incredible, and that's so far real Mexican style tacos al carbon out in the field has been my favorite meal.
What's your advice for someone who really wants to up their food game on the trail?
Number one, if you're gonna be bringing stuff that's gonna get hot by a fire, make sure you bring some type of glove or something that you can handle grabbing that hot item so that you don't burn your hand, because that sucks. Fat. If you're gonna actually start cooking, don't forget to bring some fat so that you're not cooking on a dry pan. One of the things I like to use is actually bacon grease in these tiny little like 1 ounce screw-on tops. And I just bring a little bacon grease because I can go to pretty high temps with that if need be, without necessarily burning my food. Prep work is, I think, one of the most important things that you can do. Is if you can prep as much as you can at home and maybe throw it in food saver bags or whatever, and then bring it out, and all you have to do is dump, makes the backcountry cooking so much more pleasurable than actually having to process and break things down out there. And then again, you sometimes have to buy equipment specifically because it's lighter weight to take it to the backcountry. But I will honestly say I'm one of those people who thinks it's worth it. Like, yeah, it's heavier, but it's worth it. Like,
what's your latest gear purchase?
I did actually just order it yesterday off of a lady. 3.5 liter Stanley. Brand new. She hasn't even used it. Those retail for $80. Shipping and everything, I'm getting it for like $55. So I'm pretty excited about that because I can do some frying in that. In fact, I'm probably one of the things I've been thinking about doing that I think is actually an awesome idea is I cannot remember the name of the company, but they're a really good ice. What do you call those things? You know, when you try to keep your drinks cold, ice packs. They're a good company that makes some really good ones, but they have some dry ice equivalent ones. And I've been thinking about bringing some like lumpia and deep frying them out there just for shits and giggles. You know?
Are you experimenting with anything right now?
Well, what I've really got into is I bought myself a, you know, when you, in like a professional kitchen, they have the dishwashers and they have those little metal circle ones for utensils. They got the holes in them. I made a hobo stove out of one of those, and that's actually, I did as much as I could actually on this last trip, not using any fuel, just using sticks and stuff, until breakfast, because it had rained the whole night. I had to use fuel to cook up breakfast. But the rest of the trip, yeah, I was able to just use my little hobo stove, and that was kind of nice.
Carlos, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your experience. On a personal note, my favorite meal for the last couple of years has been a curry rice that me and my fiance had been trying to perfect on our various trips. If you have a food story you'd like to share, or any tips on how the rest of us can bring up their game, please leave a comment down below. And if you're part of the Nashville hiking community, we'll see you on the trail.